Hello and welcome to the Olingo podcast. Do you ever feel like you're running on a treadmill with no finish line? You spend hours reading books and memorizing words, but when you need to speak, everything just disappears? You're ready to invest your money, time, and effort in courses and apps, but the results are still not there? You see other people making fast progress, while you feel stuck in one place. The frustration, tiredness, and even a certain fear of English just keep growing inside you. We've been taught that you must study hard. You have to learn 50 words a day, do 100 grammar exercises, and watch movies without subtitles. But why, when you have done all those things, do you still feel lost? Because of one simple truth that nobody tells you: hard work is not the only key. And now is the time for us to change. Not what you do, but how you think. So let's start by challenging the way we've always been taught. Part 1. Breaking the old view. Let's look at how we are learning. You see English as a subject, a system of vocabulary, grammar, and rules that you have to remember. This is the first mistake. A language is not just a bunch of dry rules. A language is a living thing. It breathes, it changes, it connects. Have you ever wondered how a child can speak fluently without ever learning a single grammar rule? It's simple. They don't study a language. They experience a language. It might feel strange, but imagine this. Learning English is like learning to swim. You can't just read books about swimming and become good at it. You have to jump into the water, feel the flow, and focus on how your body moves. You will swallow some water. You will struggle, but that is a necessary part of the process. So if we're not just studying, what is the right approach? This leads us to a better way of thinking, the mindset of a successful learner. Part 2, the mindset of a successful learner. So what is the right mindset? It lies in 3 core principles. Principle 1, from studying to using. Instead of just sitting and studying, start using the language. Find a partner to practice with, join a community, or simply talk to yourself. Every sentence you say, even if it's wrong, is a brick that builds your confidence. Learning a language is not a race to memorize things, but a journey to express yourself. Think of your brain like a muscle. It only gets stronger when you actually use it. When you actively use English to communicate and write down your thoughts, you are activating neural connections, turning knowledge from theory into action in the most effective way. This is when English stops being a boring school subject and becomes a living tool. Principle 2. Say goodbye to perfection. The fear of making mistakes is the biggest barrier. We want to say a sentence that is perfect, grammatically correct, and that makes us stay silent. Accept that you will make mistakes. Your pronunciation won't be perfect, and that is completely normal. Fluency doesn't come from not making mistakes, but from learning how to get back up after every fall. Allow yourself to make mistakes, because every mistake is a chance for you to understand better and improve. Think of it like a painter's first sketch. It's not perfect, but it's the necessary foundation for a beautiful piece of art. Embrace that imperfection, because it is proof of your hard work and continuous learning. Principle 3. From duty to love. Stop seeing English as a duty. Turn it into a joy. Explore books, movies, songs, and podcasts that you love, but in English. When you learn with passion, you will no longer feel tired. Find topics you are truly interested in, maybe science fiction movies, football, cooking, or even video games. When you find joy in the learning process, you won't need willpower or discipline to force yourself. You will naturally look for books, YouTube channels, or movies you want to watch, and English will be absorbed naturally, like breathing every day. These 3 principles form the foundation of a successful learner. To make this mindset a reality, we have a video on our channel that dives into the practical, daily habits. It's called 8 English Learning Habits That Beat Talent. Now that we understand the right mindset, let's talk about the practical steps you can take. Part 3, the action plan. Now let's rebuild the path. 1. Change your food sources. Don't just learn from textbooks. Find more lively resources. YouTube, TikTok, Netflix, or Spotify are huge treasures of knowledge. Find channels about topics you love, like travel vlogs, tech podcasts, or documentaries. Start with subtitles in your native language, then switch to English subtitles, and finally, no subtitles at all. This method helps you build a language library in your head in a natural and interesting way. 2. Create a language bath environment. The goal is not just to learn English, but to live with English. Make everything around you English. Change your phone and computer language. Write notes in English, and even talk to yourself in the mirror. Stick notes with new words on things around your home to create an English house. This helps you build reflexes and get used to thinking in English without translating from your native language. 3. Find a companion. Connecting with people who have the same learning goals is one of the most effective ways to stay motivated. Find an English learning community on social media, join a small group, or find a study partner to practice with every day. This interaction not only helps you practice speaking, but also creates a support network. You can set goals together, share good lessons, and encourage each other when things get tough. 4. Accept imperfection. Every week, spend 5 minutes recording your voice. Maybe reading a short text or telling a story. Then, listen to it and see your own progress, instead of just focusing on mistakes. Treat yourself like a close friend, not a strict judge. Smile at your silly mistakes, and celebrate the moments you speak fluently. This helps you build confidence, reduce pressure, and turn learning into a positive and memorable experience. But even with the best plan, there's one final thing you need to make it all work. Part 4. The power of persistence and belief. Remember, progress is not a straight line. There will be days when you feel like you're not learning anything. There will be times when you want to give up. But that is exactly when you need to remember why you started. Believe in the law of accumulation. Every word you learn, every sentence you say, no matter how small, is building your ability. Change doesn't happen overnight, but from thousands of small, quiet efforts every day. And most importantly, believe in yourself. English is not a competition with others, but a journey of discovering yourself. Appreciate every step and every effort. Remember, English is not a destination, but a journey of discovery. A journey to discover the world, to discover people, and to discover yourself. If you are feeling lost, believe that changing your mindset will open up a completely new path, and we will walk that path together. Thank you for listening. If you found this podcast helpful, don't forget to like this episode, subscribe to our channel for more, and leave a comment below to share your thoughts. We'd love to hear from you.